Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready.
All right, folks, welcome to Blow Hard, Talk Hard, and we're in the house. This is Rymer with
Julian. I'm a little bit stunned, but we'll let it go this one time. I think this might be the 63rd, 64th episode, so we'll give him a break. Julian and Rymer in the house. Welcome, listeners. Welcome.
Yeah, Pat behind the production table with the wires and knobs.
Yeah.
Knobs.
All that fucking, what's it called there?
Wires and knobs.
Yeah,
wires and knobs. Making shit happen. Man, we were just having a little chat about gambling.
Well, you were talking about the stock that you have that's a sports app.
Well, yeah, man, I've been following the whole, because Canada's about to legalize.
Okay, go on.
Okay, it's legal right now. You can bet. You do the parlay system in Canada. You got the Pro line.
Garbage.
Okay, but you have to do parlay bets.
You can't bet one game in Pro Line?
No.
Okay.
But can you? I don't think so.
No.
It's usually over, under, and...
Yeah, over,
two
under.
games. And 2 games pays you like a real bad combo.
Yeah.
So if you bet $100 on 2 games, how much you win?
like maybe 20
It
bucks.
depends what the odds are, you know?
But you're not going to double your money, I don't think.
Well, in a regular parlay, $100 if you play by the spread, pays you 2.5, 2.6. So if you bet 100 and the teams win by the spread, you get 250, 260 bucks. Pro Line doesn't pay that. No fucking way.
No, it's...
No.
I think Pro Line pays you like maybe your 100.
Yeah. What's that supercomputer? Who's the supercomputer? HAL, whatever's not HAL. The IBM.
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue. This is Deep Blue here when it comes to gambling, man. Just throw some numbers at him. It's a plus over. It's 120 to plus 300.
What do you want to know? There's the the baseball formula, there's baseball odds.
How does baseball...
They used to call me Miss Roxy Line.
Oh, the Roxy Line. Okay.
Remember the Toronto Snow? There was the Roxy Line in the back.
I've heard of it, but I have no idea what that was, man.
It was the betting lines.
Yeah, I know it was a betting line.
This one brown guy used to drive a cab and he used to bet a lot. He used to go, "Hey, Roxy Line." He used to call me Roxy.
Yeah.
Because I used to fucking know them. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Well, what was the Roxy Line? Why is that different than?
Because now you have the internet, you have the score, you have all these channels that put out their lines.
Like, who's Roxy?
It was called the Roxy Line in the Toronto Sun. I don't know who the fuck Roxy is.
Oh. It sounds like a stripper. Some stripper goes, you know what? I'll take the Browns for $1,700.
But it was funny. The thing is, baseball though. But see, baseball, if you ever look, it depends on the pitcher.
Yes.
Right. That's how baseball is judged. It's not by So if you have who's the best pitcher on the Jays?
Ryu.
So if he's pitching against the shittiest pitcher on, say, Cleveland.
Yeah. So
Ryu would be the Jays are favorite minus 350 because they have their best pitcher, their ace, against the shit.
Okay.
So 350. So every 100 you bet, you lose 350 if Ryu loses. You get it?
So wait, hold on. So I give you $100 and I'm betting on
the Jays.
The Jays.
If the Ryu loses, you lose. You owe me 350.
I already gave you $100.
Oh, okay. If you gave it to me, then fine. I thought we were playing the other stuff. Okay, but you lose 350. Now, if you take Cleveland, you get plus 280.
Okay.
Because they have their shit guy, and then you get the underdog, and you get paid minus 50 different cents. You get 280 back.
From my $100 bet.
Yeah.
So I give you $100, and
Cleveland wins.
Cleveland wins, and
you get 280 back. Well, the Greeks beat Portugal in the Euro Cup in 2004.
But
wait, hold on, I'll back it up. So if I didn't give you the money, you would just give me 180. I'm going, hey, I take these guys. So you're going to throw me 180.
If you gave me the $100, you get the 280 plus the 100, you get 380.
Okay.
Like if you go to Vegas, you pay and then you play. And then if you win, they give you back your initial bet plus the winnings.
Okay. But if I put down $100.
On the
and
Jays?
Yeah, and it's minus.
So you put 100 down, and now you got to give me 350.
So if I just give you 350 straight up.
See, there's two different kinds. Are we talking legal gambling or illegal gambling, man?
Oh, shit.
But if Toronto had won, what does that pay out? Because Rio is a favorite.
Right.
$100.
Oh, just 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baseball is fucked up. It's the pitcher.
That's
Oh,
the way-
okay. Now, is baseball different in the betting versus the other sports?
Huge.
Okay.
Because it's one player. One pitcher is the game. In the meantime, the pitcher throws one bad pitch. The guy hits a grand slam. The Jays lose.
Yeah.
It's a swing of the bat, I used to say. But the thing is, then you combine a parlay in baseball.
Okay.
The Jays are 350. The Yankees are minus 290. Now there's a formula to get the odds for that $100. Now you do a parlay for $100. This times this equals that. That's how much you get paid. Like you have to know the formula.
Yes.
I'm like Proline. I know the formula.
But so,
anyways.
This is the pro line, folks.
no, I'm just because is that why in terms of sports betting thing like college football and college basketball are like more popular because it's like the lines are easier to
That's
do?
not true. Who said that?
Are they
Well,
closer?
I always just assumed I don't
They
know.
say the easiest sport is college basketball, supposedly, but
Isn't it the most popular in terms of betting is college basketball?
I would think the NFL would be the number one sport.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a big.
Now, why NFL over?
Because it's once a week Sunday. Everybody looks forward to it. They all live in their certain towns.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then they pick their game or games.
But here in Canada, we don't.
Yeah, but
So
here we're like the States, man. We in Toronto, we love like fucking. I like the Steelers. You know why?
Yeah, sure.
No reason.
You like you got your basketball team, your baseball team, your
Yeah, I like the Habs. You know, people bet hockey. People bet fucking basketball all the time. Like
golf.
that.
People bet on golf.
They do bet on golf. They bet on tennis. They bet on fucking everything.
Yeah.
You can bet right now who won the fucking Academy Award for Best Actor.
There you go.
Nomadland.
The
Yeah.
thing is that now it's
The
like
father-son
with the
one,
your
both good
app
movies.
you're saying like the score.
So the score. This is what I.
But let me just interrupt you one second. Now because the computer generation is here, in the old days it was all pen and paper.
Yes.
Phones, you fold it in, you write it down.
Yeah, you had to look at the line in the newspaper, see who's
Roxy
playing,
line,
the
yes,
Roxy
yes,
line,
yes.
see the over under.
Yeah, and then you write it all down, depending on whatever. At the end, whatever. But now it's when it's like you go to those legal gambling sites, you get click happy.
Yeah, because you feel good. You go, oh, this
No,
is
because now you can bet the first quarter of the Raptors, the second quarter, the fucking half, the second half, the third quarter, the fourth. You know, who's going to make the most points? Who's going to make It's ridiculous.
So can you bet
for
on-
one game? You can bet live betting.
You
Yeah.
can bet on the tip.
The tip.
the tip off.
Who wins the tip?
That's in Super Bowl. Those are props.
No, in in basketball, like who's going to win the opening
Yeah,
tip?
but that's props. Those are proposition bets.
What was
Those
the proposition bet versus a regular bet?
Those are more for fun, like
Oh, okay.
flip of the coin in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Did you see Uncut Gems
No.
though? You would probably like that movie. Just when he does that triple parlay, he's like opens with the tip.
Oh yes.
They
yeah.
also like
gold.
the national anthem in the Super Bowl. How long it's going to be? So 3 minutes 52 seconds. Beyonce singing. So Beyonce goes, oh, 2 more seconds. You take the under or the over. So she goes, 3:54. You lose.
That's not a standard.
It's a
standard house bet.
proposition Super Bowl.
Do some places have that bet versus like does Bodog have that?
Everything.
Versus,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You want
I
to
haven't
bet? You can bet the Jays winning in 5 innings. You can bet the Jays winning, 7 innings. It's
Shit.
crazy, man. You get click happy.
But do those become parlay bets or are they
Single,
individual?
parlay, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and that's what we have parlay bet only in Canada, but what they're trying to introduce is single betting, and that's when these apps are coming in.
Where do we have this parlay betting in Canada? Proline?
Proline, yeah.
Proline is a ripoff. Do the math. It doesn't work.
But that's what I hear. But of course, the house wins in that
It
situation.
doesn't matter if the house wins or not. The point is that odds are not right.
No, but they're not. They're not on the side of the consumer.
So they just rip
And they
people
also
off.
don't want-
That's why I don't play Proline.
And they also don't want you to become like losing your house on that and shit. They're not running credit.
No. I still bet the $100, but they're not paying me back properly. If I bet that $100 in Vegas, they pay me back properly.
Yeah, but they're
So
not.
I could still lose the house, but I'm not getting paid back.
Yeah, but when you buy the ticket, so when you were saying off the top there, like it's minus 350. It's not like you all of a sudden owe Proline, the
You pay it in
350.
advance. But when they pay you back, though, what do they pay you? The $100 plus the wrong payout.
No, they don't give you that money back. You're right. They only give you the payout.
But it includes the fucking the initial bet.
Oh, okay. On the $5, yes.
Anyways, tell us about your score app so I can make fun of you.
I'd just be curious just to step in, like, who do they, like, again, it's the government, which is always usually they do it the dumbest version of it.
No, they do it their way.
Yeah, so like,
and you know, just to interrupt you,
Yeah.
if they have so much money on a certain combination, like say, I don't know, Toronto playing Florida in hockey,
Yeah.
they would cut it off. You can't bet it. Because they can't afford, they don't want to lose. They put restrictions on the amount they can lose on that game, which is totally crap because the OLG has how much money?
Yeah.
And they cap you, they say this bet is no longer available.
like they cut it off, like
They take it off the board.
which is funny. So like, so they have like bureaucrats in there, like instead of like you know you go to Las Vegas, these guys know the science of sports betting.
Yes.
But I wonder if the guys at OLG like, well, we have the dumbest version of sports betting science. Like what the difference? If you got the two in a room where it's like this guy's
Are they dumb or are the people in Toronto that played dumb?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be funny if you got some like real like sort of Vegas. You got the guy from the Bellagio who runs the
The
sports book
lines are
there.
the same. The
Listen.
lines are the same. The
Are they?
people in Toronto that play it, they should realize. I don't know if they're not educated or not, but the payout is incorrect. And
But
if
first
they're-
off, it's a corporation that has a monopoly that they can control it. They don't really have competition.
But the
in
lines
Toronto,
are the same.
no.
Yeah.
But so the lines are the same. though.
Pretty close, pretty close,
So they
pretty
keep
close.
Okay, so they don't fuck it with this.
No. Once in a while they might, but no, they're pretty close.
it's
But the payout is the key.
Yeah, which is
Not fair.
fascinating. Yeah, because
Why play it? That's why I
Yeah.
don't play it. That's why they get these ideas of pools and this and that. So you get all the teams right, they give you $2,000. What are the odds you're going to get the fucking all the 10 right?
exactly.
There you are. Exactly. I remember, when was this? Sometime in the 90s, there was one night where there was like, was it 4 or 5 tie games? And somebody had bet on that and won like $100,000.
Big deal. If you bet that in Vegas, you probably
On
would.
$5 or something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
$5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those that's a once in a lifetime.
That
You
is
recall there was a mistake. Soccer games were being played in Europe.
Oh, the time
The
delay.
time difference and Proline was stupid. They didn't catch it. So all these fucking English, whoever the fuck countries,
voting, right?
they played it because they already knew the score, and they played them and they had to pay them.
I hear that. I don't know if that's still the case, but I think in the UK they had some weird thing with the timing going on with the games and betting. They had to change. They had to change the time soccer games started, football games for the British out there, based on the betting. We need to talk to somebody.
Yes.
We need to talk to somebody who knows
well,
about this. But
especially they do that in the NFL.
okay,
When the playoffs come, if there's 2 games on Saturday, they'll play both games at the same time. So because if one team wins and the other team loses, that team doesn't have to win because that team already lost, so they're already in. So you understand?
Yeah.
So to make the playoffs, there's 2 games. So they play them instead of 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock because if the 1 o'clock team wins, then they have to win. So all the money will go there. But if they lose,
yeah.
now this team here has to win, and everybody's going to bet them, and they probably will win because they're going to play the hearts out. So they play them at the same time, so that way you just go for it.
there you go, man.
Yeah.
That's it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Fuck, I don't want to. I can sit here all day and talk. But anyways,
Shit.
move
Well,
on.
well, the thing about the apps is that right now one of the biggest apps is DraftKings out there. Okay,
I never heard of it.
they're
I'm not much into the legal gambling, but go on.
so here in North America they're one of the biggest players right now. They really had like the first software platform is like available on your phone. It's legal.
It came out of like fantasy sports, like you have fantasy football or whatever. So a lot of like draft.
Yes.
So the idea like that was sort of positioned everything, like fantasy football, fantasy leagues, really just sort of merged over into the online version of sports betting.
Yeah,
For people that are acclimatized, other than people who know, like, okay, you go Bodog or whatever. Bet
Yeah,
365.
Yeah.
this gambling has been around for so long. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
since the
But it has, but here in this country, so you'd have to do it online, but
Yeah.
you couldn't necessarily have access to it on your. Certainly, you can do it on
Sure
your
you
phone, but
could.
you couldn't have an app. As far as I know, in this
I can-
country,
I
you
can
can't do
bet-
it. You legally can't do a single bet in Canada
Sports Interaction is Canadian based.
on First
They're on
Nations
our
Reserve.
So you just told me I can't do it in Canada.
No, I think the idea is this is more like there's people who gamble who know everything about it. They know where to go, and then there's just the schmo
Yes.
out there
Who
is
plays
like
Proline
so
every-
this is
every
like so that's
weekend.
Proline, and now this next level is like now because
So they want to educate the people to lose their money?
well because the score was the #1 app just for people following sports because it was like basically a sports ticker on your phone.
I know,
Yeah.
I got that. Yeah.
So basically, they were very smart, saying,
And there was a
"We'll
good,
go for
accurate ticker as well.
sports ticker every game going on in the world in every sport. Now we're going to give you the ability to bet on any single. You
But
want to bet on a
again, the
cricket
government
match?
is allowing this because
Well, yeah,
they
yes.
just can't let. There's no sports gambling allowed in Canada.
that's the
like
whole-
legal sports gambling.
Well, yeah.
Thank
so this
you.
is
That's it. So sort of like we knew where
you
you
can't
could
go to
buy.
Niagara Falls, excuse me, and make a bet like you can in Vegas.
They don't have
No.
sports books in Niagara Falls.
No.
Oh, that's the best part about Vegas.
Yeah,
That's
just sitting
why
around the
they don't
bar,
have
looking at the
that.
board.
That's
yeah.
the best.
No. Niagara Falls is only a casino. Like
So it was like this. Before weed was legal, you knew where to get the weed if you were like wanting to find
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, but eventually you got older. It's not like you're gonna go show up at somebody's basement now that you're a CEO. Today, anybody can go. Apparently,
it.
a lot of older people are going to dispensaries
for
more
sure.
than young
So
people.
the suits go, whatever.
So
Yeah.
zoos go. But same with the gambling. So it's just going to make it more accessible. People know how to access gambling right now if you want to.
Okay.
You know, if you're not using the Canadian the lottery system, but now this is going to be
Tax deductible for
tax
the-
deductible, open market, and then other companies can come in.
You
the
know,
Canadian market.
you know how many times they wanted to put a casino in Toronto and they said no
Yeah,
because people they didn't want them to lose their paycheck, so the babies, the parents could go
But
and
also-
buy milk for their baby.
yeah, but casinos have also really brought down property values everywhere they've been built.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So when you have, all of a sudden, to me, is a great idea. It has jobs. So you have 10,000 people working building the casino. Casino is now built. You have 3,000 people working there. So now you've lost 7,000 jobs, but it's bringing in a lot of money. But at the same time, if you look at the casinos, I don't know, a great place to look at casinos is fucking Reno. And it's just, you see all these people outside on the billboards or the advertisements, they're all having fun. Woohoo! The good looking people,
Reno is-
parties. And you walk into the casino, it's nothing but fucking, you're playing some blackjack, and it's nothing but 6 people and a full set of teeth between all of them playing cards, and it's
Yeah,
just
but
like,
that's because that place became obsolete.
Yeah, well,
they're
'cause-
building one in Pickering. It's a hotel complex. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
They're building Woodbine up with hotel resort and everything.
okay, but those are like kind of like out of the way. There's not communities being built around it.
Pickering, Woodbine.
There's not right in the downtown. No, you have to drive to them. They're a bit of a destination versus.
because
If I live downtown, to me to go to Woodbine takes 25 minutes.
I'm just always surprised that like the C&E does not have a casino.
They wanted to, but see Montreal has a casino.
Yeah, so Calgary
C&E
has one too. No, well, they
C&E
put one during the CNE, but like
Yeah.
not a full-time
Yeah, so
24/7.
it's like a tent. It's
And you go to that one during the CNE, it's the most garbage.
It's garbage.
It's sad. It is
fucking
sad.
Depressing.
It's so
But
sad.
it's packed like fuck. But it's like
It's like
depressing.
a hunk of shit. It's like why
It's
don't
a
we?
one empty room with the worst
In a tent.
It's
In a
garbage.
tent. You're gambling in a tent. It's not even a good tent. A hot, stuffy plastic tent
like
with
going-
plastic
It's
tables
going to go bang an escort in a fucking mattress and some fucking
Yeah,
dirty
it's
mattress.
still
They don't
in
in
even
the back
change
of a
the-
van.
Yeah.
But
But Leo's list of casinos.
yeah, but not even a van. It's like a cube truck.
Yeah.
No, because at least in Calgary, not a bad casino downtown.
Yeah. And where is that escort agency that just has a large cube van with a really nice bedroom inside
We
of
talked about this
That's
on
in
the
the
barbecue
States, that's in the
episode.
States, the
Remember
States,
the van, the
States, yeah.
blowjob van?
It was not a van. It was a fucking RV.
it? It's just-
Go listen to that episode.
The RV girls.
but this is the thing. So the government is about to pass because
This is a
It
fact.
went through. Yeah, it went through the last hurdle. As far as now, it's just got to go through the parliament to be voted on, so it becomes law.
But it looks like it's
It looks like it's set up for the first time, and then
So we're
that
like
will
out of
be-
control in Canada.
Well, the people are doing a lot of betting, but it'd be nice to keep the money in this country.
the government wants it because they don't want it.
They want a
going
piece of the
offshore.
pie.
Yeah, I get it. But the same with the weed. There's 1 million weed stores open. Now
Yeah.
we're going to allow gambling. Now
So-
we're going to fucking allow.
But what happens? What
Legalize
happens eventually?
prostitution. Like that's the next.
Eventually, the big fish will swallow the small ones, right? And then it'll be like a chain of weed
I'm just saying, like
stores or a chain of-
these are old professions that have been around for like 100 years.
Yeah.
The thing is that people today are struggling anyways to get by.
Yeah, right.
You throw
most of them
gambling
have.
in their face, people become addicted, man.
Well, it is fast.
You ever read that? You ever leave Casino Rama, gamble at your,
Yeah,
if
gamble
you
at
have
your
a
limits.
problem, call this number. After I lost $1,000, like fuck off.
Well, you don't notice it when you walk in.
Well, no, the weirdest thing is you don't have in Ontario that Rymer and I could understand is in Alberta, Calgary, like every bar in anywhere.
Has those fruit games.
Has the
Yeah,
no,
the
that
fruit
has
games.
real actual slot machines. Like it's like everywhere.
Yeah, they're all rigged, those games.
But whatever. But they're
believe it.
legitimate. It's just like going to Vegas. Everywhere has slot machines. It's not just fun and
So
games.
they're legal to have them.
We could have a slot machine in here in Alberta, and if someone came in,
They could play. Yeah,
They could play.
They have these here, but they're all underground. Like they have them in their basements of the bars, whatever. They're
But
not
imagine
legal.
going just to like whatever Thirsties or wherever the Thirsty
yeah,
Fox,
yeah.
and he's got 6 full-on
Gotcha, yeah.
legit slot machines just sitting
with
there.
no problem. With
and
no problem.
I had friends who were bartenders, whatever, in Calgary, and they'd be watching people. They were like, they see it all happen. A husband come in, drag their wife out. Is just like he's been searching for her everywhere.
So what does that just tells you? It tells you that she's losing the fucking money.
Well, exactly. It's depraved, but at the same time, they're there.
Yeah, once you introduce it, man, it's hard to take it away.
The thing about Vice is like it's a touch and go situation. We're all into Vice, like this, this sort of the
I
nature.
know, but you
of
got to hear the sad stories. Then you'll see your
But
point about the.
I'd also like to believe that, we're adults. You
You
can
ever-
make that decision. It's out there.
Yeah, when a guy tells you I was coming to meet you, I felt like jumping in front of the subway first. Like those things fucking hurt.
What I
think
think is missing, what I think is missing is the
I don't have money to buy diapers for my baby. You know
no,
what I
but
mean?
making it like acceptable to begin with. Going, hey, listen, gambling's out there. Instead of making it socially acceptable.
But I
That's
think
it.
is it more like
It's not
and
really.
this
It's
is not
socially
like-
acceptable, but it's not
certain-
talked about.
Like certain vices, okay. Like listen, I don't mind drugs. I'm not going to hold drugs against anybody. I've done my share of drugs. Sex, like if you have to pay for sex, you
Yeah, I
feel
know,
like
but
that,
I'm
you're
saying
allowed.
you can never drink enough to lose your house, but you can never do enough drugs.
no,
to
people do,
fucking-
man.
You know what? You could gamble and lose your house in a fucking 2-day week.
The
People
weird
drink,
thing
they
about
lose a
gambling-
job, lose a house.
Yeah, but it's a figure of speech. Like saying gambling is a real one. You can really
because
lose
it's all
fast.
it's pure money based. Like
and
it's,
big money based quick.
that's the thing about gambling is one of the most
And
fascinating.
that's why they didn't want gambling here, because you could sit at that casino, hit your credit cards, max this. People go to Vegas and fucking even the movie Casino, and they go keep them playing. They go send them back home broke to their wives.
Yeah.
And then their wives, it's like, what the fuck did you do that for?
Yeah, there's a crazy interesting thing about Las Vegas is outside of Las Vegas when you're driving in, there's all these used car lots because guys would always come in.
Sell their cars.
First sell their nice car on the way in to get money.
Yeah.
And they'll say, I'll just buy a better one on the way out. And then on the way out, they buy a shittier car.
Well, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've heard, Vegas is the only city in the world where you can show up in an $80,000 Cadillac and leave in a $250,000 bus.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck how you get home. You're out of here.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Nothing for that app. You know what? I'm not against any
No,
of that
but it's
shit.
going to keep the money here. It's going to bring sports attendance and viewership has dropped, right?
I don't know.
It has.
COVID,
it has.
you mean?
No, before then, man.
don't
Like
know
numbers
about
have been
that.
dropping off for the NFL for a while, for baseball for a while. They have. And so, but when you, like viewership and shit like that at home, but then when you bring in the betting, it probably bring them more of that engagement. Hey.
Throw a little juice on the
Is it
fire.
because you bought the stock? Is this what you're talking about? This is all stock related.
I bought a couple of stocks, but it's not a get rich
also
scheme.
bought
I mean, I've also been following it because I've had the app for a while. That's been following sports.
Are you gonna bet?
The sport. Yeah, man, I might throw a
much?
buck or two. Well, I'm not betting yet.
Uh-huh.
When
you lose, I want you to tell me.
Well, at the same time, I'll tell you, man. I mean, you can't win all the bets.
You're never going to win one.
What?
Sports
Hold on here.
betting is always a
Anyways, he buys stocks, and that's why he's trying to promote nonsense. Gambling, do it at your own risk.
Yeah. Gamble responsibly.
Responsibly.
Yeah. But also, I want to get back to the horse race. I've been to a horse race for a long time. We should, when the weather turns and we're allowed back out and the shit things, we're going to
That's another scam sport. I'll tell you about that. Julian,
Rymer.
we're out of here, people. Have a good week.